It's 3 of 6. You became a strategist early in life. I feel like this one is going to be for the person who is the overthinker, okay? You could be experiencing sadness or loneliness. You can kind of be up in your head a little bit with some sort of illusions right now, okay? I definitely feel like you're in a rest and recalibration phase in your life, to be honest with you. You are not isolated, you are not alone. But you are recalibrating your energy so that you can see the highest truth and so that you can embody it, the highest form. You've spent so much time in your mind because it feels safer there. Not safe as in soft or rosy, but safe because you learn to survive by thinking ahead. You became a strategist early in life, a problem solver, a seer, and you've always been able to perceive possibilities, timelines, and outcomes that other people can't even imagine. Your visions have protected you, they've guided you, but somewhere along the way, the bridge between your mind and your body, between intuition and embodiment, got compromised. Your root was not nurtured. So you're looping, you're overthinking, and you travel in and out of futures and pasts without fully landing in this moment. There's a show called The Lazarus, and that's what this channeling reminds me of. And they, if you've never seen it, it's a really great show. It has 2 different seasons. There's definitely going to be a third season. But it's about time travel, and they loop through it, and it drives them absolutely mad. It drives them insane. And that's where I feel like whoever this is for, it's like you're driving yourself into insanity because you're not being present, you're not embodying the current energies. You're trying to predict, to change, to protect, and that's natural, right? We all have this survival instinct within us, but when you're living in consistent survival mode, you're inherently setting yourself up for a disposition of failure, a disposition of not truly living. And this separation did not happen randomly. It was born from trauma and the misuse or misunderstanding of your gifts. You were shown things long before that you had the safety or structure to express them. So now you doubt. You hesitate. You sabotage yourself before anybody else can get the chance to harm you or to sabotage you. But this is the turning point. It's time to pull your magic down into your body. It's time to anchor your sight into the earth beneath you. It's time to let your root hold you while your intuition leads you. You weren't here to just witness timelines, you are here to shape them. The thing about the Lazarus in the show is they go back in time to save the world from destruction because the world continuously wants to self-destruct through war and crime and everything else, right? And so these agents of the Lazarus, they have these resets, all right? It's like the world goes through a timeline point, essentially, where it resets to a specific day until you make it next to the next safety timeline point. And during that time, they're the only ones that are aware that things are resetting, but other people are not aware. And I feel like that has a lot to do with you. It's like you're aware of all the resets. You're aware of your ability to do things differently, but other people around you may not be as aware. And that is a gift in itself, but it can also feel like a curse, right? It can also feel very disorienting, and it's like you want to change things so that they work out perfectly, but that's not necessarily what you meant to do because every action has a reaction. And in the show they even go over like are things fated, are there actual soulmates, and they have all these different things, and they're shown how in the past like it just based on what they did in that moment, how it created a chain reaction around them. And, like this girl in the show, she originally, one timeline, her and this man got married, they had a baby, etc. And another timeline, she broke up with him, met a new person, married the person that she originally, liked at the beginning of the show. And another timeline, she had met another guy, and was falling in love with him, and then ended up getting really bored with him and was disappointed in her life and felt like she was just doing the same thing over and over again. The thing is, like, when you're living in this loop, though, you unconsciously are calling in those same energies and you're re-experiencing those same energies. And that can be disorienting because it's like you're not allowing yourself to experience these new energies. And so, again, you weren't here to just witness timelines, you're here to shape them. Your gifts are not accidents, your abilities are not glitches, and your visions are not delusion, they are direction. You need to learn to trust your inner guidance and reclaim the parts of you that fragmented for survival. Stand rooted, present, and powerful in this reality and start creating what you want, what feels best for you. Like, take a moment, pause, breathe. A lot of people don't do that. They just react, okay? They just react. They don't pause, they don't breathe, and they make these impulsive decisions based on what they're feeling in the moment or trying to justify their behaviors or whatever it may be, right? So stand rooted, present, and powerful in this reality and think about what you want. What feels best to you in this moment? You know the future because you're here to create it. You already know that because of the fact that you want something, another version of you already has it. That's part of the Lazarus effect, is like another version of you already has what you're wanting, but you need to align to that through the actions that you're taking here and now. Let's go ahead and see what this reading has for you. Messages, please. Page of Swords in the reverse. Okay. It's like you feel like you don't have all the information, that you're constantly looking for more, for more, for more. It's like this obsession. Again, it's living in your head. Instead of taking the opportunity, you wait and you hold back, and then it's too late to take the opportunity. You have to understand that there's so many different congruences that occur simultaneously to create a specific outcome. All right? So while you're holding back and you're like, no, I need more information, I need more this, I need more that, you're actually allowing for the universe around you to create the timeline that you live in rather than you creating and shaping your reality. Three of Cups. And the Magician in the reverse. And then you sit around, and it's like, as soon as you're like, okay, well, you want things to celebrate, but you don't actually use your gifts to bring them in. You just kind of sit around and, you try to see things from all perspectives because you're trying to protect yourself. When you're moving in forms of like protection, like, bro, in the show, I don't mean to keep bringing up the show, but this one reminds me of that show. He literally set off an atomic bomb in one of the timelines because his wife died. So he wanted it to reset. He wanted to reset the world, He didn't think twice here. He was just like, yeah, no, this is what I'm fucking doing, and get in my way, you're dead, okay? And so I'm not saying to go set off like these atomic bombs, but I am saying that you have to create your reality. You have to create your timeline, and it's not necessarily going to be in alignment with what other people want, with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Sometimes, when you wait around and you wait too long, you are going to fail, again, because other things are creating, because you're overthinking, you're stuck in your head, and, you're setting yourself up for failure when you're meant to be abundant, when you're meant to have what you desire. Show me what we have here. The Queen of Swords and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like you have this brilliant mind, but again, you obsess over all of these details here. You spend too much time in your mind because it feels safer there. And again, it's like you're strategizing, you're trying to problem solve a problem that is not yet created. You're creating the fucking problem by waiting, by not acting, okay? You're trying to perceive every possible outcome. Sometimes you just have to take the action and know that you have to break free of this loop. In that show, there comes a structure where it's like the time automatically repeats every 3 weeks because they opened up another like time portal, and so the world got caught repeating automatically on July 1st every single day, or every 3 weeks, okay? And it drove them insane, and it's like you're driving yourself insane through this, okay? It's like you're creating all these alternate time loops that you just keep getting caught in, and you're cycling in all of these time loops and time loops and time loops and time loops and time loops instead of creating. You need to set boundaries with yourself. It's not about being safe, it's about creating and recognizing that every single path is going to lead you home. But when you're trying to play it too safe, you're getting yourself caught up, and create boundaries. The 7 of Wands, exactly. You need to say enough is enough. What do I feel like I want? What is right for me? And one of the timelines, this girl, her mother was unalived, right? And so naturally she unalived the unaliver of her mother, the person that killed her mother. And she looked at the agent and she's like, well, what'd you do? What would you do? Right? And the agent was like, I would definitely kill the person who unalived my mom. It's just like, but in the next timeline, she didn't do that. She was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that again, because she saw the results of that, and there's this, it's like, even if you don't get it right in your first timeline, you can get it right in your next timeline. That's the point. It's evolution, right? It's evolutionary. But you just have to take these actions. The Hermit card in the reverse, and you already know what the truth is for you. 2 of Wands, it's just a choice. It's just going forward with that choice here. So if your choice means something abrupt, okay, like an ending, like, oh, I'm going to walk away from this relationship, that's probably the right choice for you. But you're afraid because you're thinking about all the different consequences. What if I'm walking away from my soulmate? What if I'm doing this? What if I'm doing that? And you think it's safer to be in your mind and problem solve and be strategic and everything else. Spirit is showing you your future. They're showing you like, hey, you're not meant to be in this relationship, this friendship, this job, this environment any longer. It's time for you to change homes. It's time for you to change jobs. It's time for you to change up your relationships, your friendships. It's time for you to change up your environment, your routines, your habits, your belief systems. And Spirit gives you all this energy, but you don't know what to do with it. You're misusing your gifts because you've told yourself, you've allowed your ego to convince you that you've made all the wrong decisions in the past, and that's why you ended up where you are. But that's not the truth. Every path is going to lead you home. Everything is about death and rebirth. It's just about escaping this loop that you're in, okay? Some of you guys need to escape the loop. So going into this new year, it's about freeing yourself from this loop, okay? And actually embodying yourself, your truth, and letting things take root, nurturing your truth, nurturing yourself, not overthinking, not traveling in and out of futures and pasts, but landing truly in this moment. That's going to break you from the loop. 10 of Wands in the reverse. That is going to break you from this loop here that you've been caught in, this overthinking that you have literally trapped yourself in. Eight of Cups in the reverse. It's going to free you. Literally, the 8 of Cups in reverse is finally walking away from the past. You're not holding on to anything. You're like, done with that. We don't need that fucking card anymore. That's that energy. It's liberating. It's freeing. So some of you guys need to get out of your mind. You need to get into your heart. 6 of Cups in the reverse. You need to stop operating from the past. Recognize when these past experiences come up and tell yourself, this doesn't serve me anymore. This isn't who I am. This isn't how I'm meant to use my gifts. This isn't how I'm meant to use all of these downloads, these foresights that Spirit has given me. This isn't how, this isn't the reason that I keep dreaming of living on a beach in beautiful weather, but I'm sitting here stuck in snowed the fuck in. I'm not snowed in. I live, no, but anyways, I'm just sharing that, right? It's like you have these things because a part of you is already existing in those timelines, and you just need to align to it. You just need to align to it. All right. You need to get out of your head. You need to stop feeling like you're alone. You need to stop feeling like nothing's going to work out for you, because it already has. It already has. There's infinite timelines, and you're trapping yourself in a loop. 9 of Cups, when you could have your wish fulfillment, your happiness, everything that you're wanting, Page of Pentacles, things working out for you, but you need to take the right action towards that. And instead, you're making up excuses. You're making up excuses here. You're using escapism. You're blaming everything else around you. It's not everyone else's problem. It's yours. You're the one that's in your head. You're the one creating your reality. You're the one with the gift. the Cherry card. It's time to move past trying to run from yourself, trying to overthink, trying to live in this form of like, I need to protect myself. You are protected innately. You already are protected. You don't need to live in this like survival. It's not you against everybody else. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's you against you in your own time loop. And that's the message that I've got here. It's time for you to stop traveling in and out of futures and pasts. And it's time for you to land in the moment and co-create your reality by making decisions and aligning to the version of you that already has everything that you desire. Next year is not about limitation. It's about liberation. I love you.